Hello and welcome to the Cozy English Podcast. I'm Melody.
And I'm Avery. It's so nice to have you with us today. How are you, Melody?
I'm doing great, Avery. I'm feeling excited for today's topic. It makes me want to travel.
Me too. Speaking of travel, I have a question for you. Have you ever missed the flight?
Oh, that's a great question. Almost. I was running through the airport one time. It was very stressful, but luckily I made it just in time. What about you?
I have missed the flight before. It was not fun. I learned my lesson. Always arrive at the airport early.
That is very good advice. Here's another question. Do you like staying in hotels?
I love it. It feels like a little vacation, even if it's for work. A clean room, a comfy bed. It's the best.
I agree. Well, today's episode is all about this. We want to help you feel confident when you travel. We are going to talk about useful English for the airport and the hotel.
Exactly. We'll share useful words and phrases, and we'll practice with some real conversations. By the end of this episode, you will be ready for your next trip.
That's the plan. If you're excited to learn, please take a moment to subscribe to our podcast and maybe share this episode with a friend who loves to travel too.
Yes, we would really appreciate that. Okay, Melody, are you ready to go to the airport?
I am. Let's start with our first scene, at the airport.
Okay, so imagine you just arrived. You have your bags. The first thing you need to do is check in for your flight. This is where you go to the airline's desk.
Right. Before we do a practice conversation, let's talk about some important vocabulary. The first words are about your bags or your luggage.
Good idea. So there are usually two types of luggage. First, you have your check luggage. This is the big suitcase. You give this to the airline and they put it under the plane.
Checked luggage. And the second type is your carry-on. This is a small bag, like a backpack or a small suitcase. You carry this bag onto the plane with you.
Exactly. So you have check luggage and a carry-on. At the check-in desk, they will ask you about your luggage. They will also ask to see your passport. Your passport is your ID, your identification.
Right. Your passport is a very important document. After they check your passport, they will give you a boarding pass.
Ah, the boarding pass. This is your ticket to get on the plane. It shows your name, your seat number, and most importantly, your gate number.
Yes, the gate is the door you go through to get on the plane. For example, gate C7 or gate 12.
Okay, I think we have enough vocabulary to start. Let's do a little role play. Melody, you can be the airline agent, and I will be the passenger.
Sounds good. I'm ready.
Hi, I'd like to check in for my flight to London.
Of course. Can I see your passport, please?
Yes, here you are.
Thank you, Mr. Avery. Are you checking any luggage today?
Yes, just this one suitcase. And I have this backpack as my carry-on.
Okay. Please put your suitcase on the scale.
Sure.
Great. That's all set. Here is your boarding pass. Your flight leaves for gate B14. Boarding will start at 3:15.
Gate B14. Got it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a nice flight.
And scene. That was great, Melody.
That was a very smooth check-in. Let's talk about some of the phrases we used. Avery, you started by saying, "I'd like to check in." This is a perfect, polite way to start the conversation.
Yes, I would like or I'd like is always a great way to ask for something politely. Then you, the agent, asked, "Can I see your passport, please?" Another very common and polite question.
And I asked, "Are you checking any luggage?" This is a simple yes or no question. You can say, "Yes, one bag," or "No, just a carry-on."
That's right. And at the end, you gave me my boarding pass and told me the gate number. This is the most important information. It's always a good idea to repeat it to make sure you heard it correctly. I said, gate B14. Got it.
That's a great tip. Repeating the information shows that you understand. Okay, so after you check in, the next step is the security check.
Right, the security check. This is where they scan your bags and you walk through a metal detector. You need to show your boarding pass and your ID again here.
Yes, sometimes the airport is very big and it can be confusing. It is perfectly okay to ask for directions.
Absolutely. You can ask an airport employee, "Excuse me, where is the security check?" Or, "Can you tell me how to get to gate B14?"
Excuse me is a very good way to get someone's attention politely. You can also ask other travelers simple questions. For example, if you see a long line, you can ask, "Excuse me, is this the line for security?"
That's a really useful one. Let's talk about two more words you might hear at the airport: on time and delayed.
Oh, yes, very important. If your flight is on time, it means everything is going as planned. The flight will leave at the scheduled time. That's good news.
Yes, it is, but sometimes a flight is delayed. This means it will be late. There might be a problem with the weather or the airplane. If your flight is delayed, you have to wait.
Right. You can look at the big screens in the airport to see if your flight is on time or delayed. The screens are called departure boards.
Okay, I think that covers the most important parts of the airport experience. Remember, the key is to be polite, listen carefully for your gate number, and don't be afraid to ask questions.
I agree. Now, let's imagine we had a wonderful, on-time flight. We've landed in a new city, we've picked up our checked luggage, and we've taken a taxi to our hotel.
A much more relaxing place. I can feel it already. So now we are moving on to our second scene at the hotel.
That's right. The first thing you do at a hotel is check in. This is very similar to the airport. You go to the front desk or the reception desk.
And just like before, let's learn some key vocabulary first. The most important word is reservation. A reservation is when you book your room before you arrive.
Yes, you can make a reservation online or by phone. When you check in, you will tell the person at the desk that you have a reservation.
Okay, let's talk about types of rooms. A common type is a single room. That's a room for one person.
Right, a single room. And if you are traveling with another person, you might book a double room. This room has one big bed or two smaller beds. It's for two people.
Exactly. At the end of your stay, you will need to check out. Check out is when you leave the hotel and pay for your room. The check-in time is when you can arrive, and the check-out time is when you must leave.
That makes sense. One more important vocabulary word, room key. This is what you use to open the door to your room. Today, it is usually a plastic card, not a metal key.
That's right, the room key card. Okay, I think we're ready for our hotel role play. This time, I'll be the hotel receptionist, and Melody, you can be the guest.
Okay, I'm ready to check in.
Good evening. Welcome to the Cozy Hotel. How can I help you?
Hi, I have a reservation for 2 nights under the name Melody.
Okay, let me check for you. Yes, I see it here. A double room for 2 nights. Can I see your ID, please?
Certainly. Here's my passport.
Thank you. Everything looks perfect. Your room number is 502 on the 5th floor. Here are your room keys.
Great, thank you. Just a couple of quick questions. Is there Wi-Fi in the room?
Yes, there is free Wi-Fi throughout the hotel. The network name and password are on this little card.
Perfect. And what time is breakfast?
Breakfast is served from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. in the dining room on the 1st floor. It is included with your room.
Wonderful. Thank you for your help.
My pleasure. Enjoy your stay at the Cozy Hotel.
And scene. The Cozy Hotel sounds lovely, Avery.
We try our best. Okay, let's break that down. You started perfectly by saying, I have a reservation under the name, and then you gave your name. This is exactly what they need to know.
Right. It helps them find my booking quickly. Then you asked for my ID, just like at the airport. This is for security and to confirm my identity.
After the formal check-in part was done, you asked some very practical small talk questions. I think these are really important. You asked, is there Wi-Fi?
A very important question in today's world. You can also ask, how do I connect to the Wi-Fi, or what is the Wi-Fi password?
Totally. And then you asked, what time is breakfast? This is another excellent question. Hotels have specific times for meals.
Exactly, and I was happy to hear that breakfast was included. This means the price of breakfast is in the room price. You don't have to pay extra. Sometimes it is not included, so it's a good idea to ask.
That's a very good point. You can ask, is breakfast included? A simple question that can save you some confusion later.
Yes, and a few other questions you could ask are, what time is checkout, or can I have a map of the city? The person at the front desk is there to help you.
I agree. Don't be shy. They are used to answering these questions all day. It's their job to make your stay comfortable.
Wow, that was a lot of very useful information, Avery. I feel much more prepared for my next trip.
Me too, and hopefully our listeners do too. Let's do a quick recap of the most important expressions and phrases we learned today.
Great idea. Okay, for the airport, remember these key phrases. I'd like to check in. Are you checking any luggage? Here is my passport. And here is your boarding pass.
Mm-hmm. And also, for asking for help, excuse me, where is gate? Or is this the line for?
Perfect. Now for the hotel. Key phrasings include I have a reservation under the name. Can I see your ID, please? Here is your room key.
Right. And for the helpful small talk questions, is there Wi-Fi? What time is breakfast? And what time is checkout?
I think if our listeners can remember just a few of these phrases, it will make a big difference in their travel experience.
I completely agree. Practice them a few times before your trip, and you will feel so much more confident.
So now we have a question for you, our listener. After learning all this, where would you like to travel next? What country or city is on your dream vacation list?
That's a fun question. We hope this episode helps you get one step closer to that trip. Thank you so much for listening to the Cozy English podcast today.
Yes, thank you. Please subscribe and share this episode with someone you know who is planning a trip. It might really help them.
Until next time, take care and happy travels.
Bye, everyone.